Hello and welcome back to my small Husqvarna channel. So in today's episode I would like to talk about a navigation setup again. So as you can see right now here, I have my old rugged smartphone device here and I have a new tablet. And I would like to divide this video in a few chapters. So first of all, why I changed over from some rugged device to some tablet. Then I would like to talk about the options which have been on the market and about the advantages and disadvantages of each model. And later on I would like to go over and install this tablet onto my bike, and at least I would like to show you how I do it. And maybe this video brings you some good idea about some tablets and which tablets are available and which are maybe suitable for you. So let's start with chapter 1. Okay, so why did I change over from my rugged smartphone, which is right now here in my left hand, to some tablet? And the obvious reason is, of course, the screen size. On my left hand I have the Doji S59 Pro, and it has a screen size of 5.6 inch. And over here, this one is a Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 with a screen size of 8 inch. So later on I will go more into detail about the specs of this device and other possible options for you, maybe if you want to switch over to some tablet. But yeah, as I told you, the most obvious reason right now is, of course, that the screen size is much larger than this one. So I started to have some issues seeing like my road book on this app, and I got to know that the upcoming ready events that I wanted to attend are also going to use only electrical road books, and so therefore I took my chance and will upgrade right now from this one to that one, because I need a good device to read road books. And for example, we use this Terra Pirata, and it's much better readable for me. So later on I will talk about the nits as well, but the main reason to change over from here to there was the screen size. In the end, I can definitely recommend this device. So if you're looking for some small rugged smartphone device, this one is really the way to go, because this one has a big advantage that it has a capacity of the battery of like 10,000 milliamp hours. And this is more than enough to keep it like one day running with DMD2 dashboard without charging it actively. So this is the biggest disadvantage, because this one you need to charge actively, because it has like 5,000 milliampere hours of capacity, and of course a larger screen, a higher brightness. So this one will drain your battery much faster than this one. And for example, if you're going to start DMD2, I can right now see that I'm draining the battery with 700 milliamps. So this means that you can run it at least for 7 hours approximately. So if this value is correct right now here. But my experience is that it will last at least like 4 up to 5 hours. And this is way too less to get over the day and to do some TED riding, for example, and so on. So biggest disadvantage is that this needs to be charged actively, and this one over here, so with this big battery you can use it like a complete day, and you charge it in the evening in the tent with some power bank, and you will run it the next day again. So yeah, I will miss it definitely, but the screen size was more important to me. So basically that's the reason why I was changing from this to this. So unfortunately I could not afford, of course, all those tablets which I'm going to talk about right now. But basically it comes down to 5 tablets between I had to choose. And the most important specs for me for these different tablets were like the battery, the brightness, the weight, the size, the resolution, of course the price, and yeah, maybe also the charging solution. So yeah, if you start down on the ladder, so it will be the Oukitel RT3. So the Oukitel RT3 is a device which I saw, I think, 3 weeks ago for the first time on some rally event, and somebody brought it on his Honda, and yeah, so I checked it out, and I never heard about that, and the owner was quite satisfied with this device. And yeah, if you come down to this specification, so the Oukitel RT3 has a battery of 5100 milliampere hours. It has a brightness of 400 nits, which is approximately the same as my rugged smartphone device that I had before. It weighs about 524 grams and has a screen size of 8 inch, exactly the same size as the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3. It has a resolution of 800 times 1280, so the resolution is not that high, and later on I will put all those specs of the different devices down in the description below, so you can compare it as well. And the good thing was it is quite cheap, so if you buy it new, so I could find it for approximately 150 euro. So that's not that much, I think. But the downside was, yeah, that it has like only 400 nits. It was heavier than the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. And the resolution was not as high as on the Samsung. But still it has a good price, and yeah, maybe some option for you to have a look on. And as far as I heard about, this should be very good, but I didn't choose it. So the next step on the ladder would be, yes, the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3. So I think this is from 2020 or 2019. And if we start to talk about the specs, so it has a battery capacity of 5000 milliampere hours. It has a brightness of 500 nits, so this is an advantage over the Oukitel RT3. It also weighs only about 426 grams. So the Oukitel RT3 was a bit heavier, so like 100 grams heavier than this one. It has a screen size of 8 inch as the Oukitel as well, and a resolution of 1200 times 1920. And this is also a much higher resolution as the Oukitel. But of course, the price for this one is much higher. So if you buy it new, you will pay like 429 for this device. But I bought it refurbished. So I bought it refurbished at Back Market DE. So at least this is some refurber, let's say, which is going to sell those tablets. And so I paid like 150 for this Samsung. And so it has the same price right now as the Oukitel. Of course, it's not brand new, but it came to me as brand new, and I couldn't find any damage and any scratch on it, so I'm quite happy about that. One downside is the pen is missing, which will be normally inside here, but I have to admit I don't need it. So I paid like 150 for that one, to have less weight, to have higher resolution, and as well have a higher brightness of the display. So I think for me this was the way to go. But if you want to step up as well and have even a higher brightness, we will come right now to the next tablet. So the next device that I checked out will be obviously the Carpe Iter CI pad, and yeah, everybody I think in this off-road scene knows this device. So this is like the premium device, and yeah, if we talk about the specs, so it comes with a battery capacity of 9650, at least the latest version right now. So I checked it out yesterday on their homepage. So these are the specs from their homepage, and it has a screen brightness of 2600 nits. So compared to this one here, of course, so this has like 500 nits, and the Carpe Iter has like 2600, and you need it really if you're going to ride. I think in direct sunlight in the desert, I don't know. So it's much better to have it. As brighter the display, the better it is in the end. So this is indiscussable. But if it comes down to what you need, at least for your riding, at least for my riding, so I was fine with this device over here, and this one had like 400 nits. It was only the screen size which was becoming too small. So therefore I stick with 400 or at least 500 nits with this one, and I think at least I don't need 2600 nits. So I would like to test it someday, yes, and I would like to see if I will change my mind, but up to now, so I was fine with this device. And but anyway, so if you talk about the specs, it has like 2600, and yeah, as I told you, this becomes quite important if you got some sun from behind directly hitting the display, and so of course you need a brighter display then to see the display, or if the sun sets down and yeah, you cannot see that good, so you also need some brighter display to at least see the commands that you have to do during a rally, for example. In my case, it's not that important because if you check out the price, of course, so it's like 554, and I think with the holder it's like 750 or something like that. So it also has a smaller screen size of 7-inch compared to this one with 8-inch, and it has a same resolution, I think. It has 1920 times 1080, and yeah, so it was an option for me, yes, but in the end the price decided, and also the weight, which I did not talk about by now. So it's 660 gram, so it's quite heavy, and if you put it onto your bike, quite high. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I will start with this device here and later on see. So maybe I will change over someday to Carpe Iter, but right now, yeah, I made my decision. But yeah, that's about the specs of the Carpe Iter. A new competitor on this tablet market seems to be Hugerock. So I never heard about this brand Hugerock. So this came also up to me when I was checking out tablets for bikes, and they have two different models. So they have the Hugerock X7 and they have the Hugerock X70. So if I'm start talking about the specs of the Hugerock X7, so it has a battery capacity of 7000 milliampere hours. It has the same screen brightness as a Carpe Iter, so it comes with 2600 nits, but it weighs less. It has a weight of 456 gram compared to 660 of the Carpe Iter. It has the same resolution as a Carpe Iter, so it's 1920 times 1080, and you can also charge it with pogo pins as well as a Carpe Iter, and or with USB-C. It has no physical buttons, and yeah, the price that I could find starts with 673 euro, and I'm not even sure if it's with the holder or without. And so therefore, so the price was quite high. So if I would have to decide between the Hugerock X7 and the Carpe Iter, I think the price will decide, because you get a complete package of the Carpe Iter for 750 with the holder and harness and the pad itself. So I think this would be the way to go. But it was interesting that there was some new brand right now on the market. At least for me it's new. And yeah, at least it looked good. But the major downside of this device is that it does not work with WPA3 security. So this means, for example, if you're running some iPhone with an iOS 15 or higher, so you cannot connect your Hugerock X7 via the hotspot option of the iPhone, because from iOS 15 on, I think it's WPA3, and therefore you just cannot use it with the internet if you're riding. I'm not sure if it's able or possible to insert some SIM card, but yeah, this was a deal breaker for me. So if I cannot connect it to my mobile, yeah, where I'm running my hotspot on, yeah, this becomes uninteresting for me. So keep that in mind. So it's also officially confirmed by the manufacturer that the Hugerock is not compatible with the WPA3 security of your mobile, for example. And the last tablet which I was interested in was the Hugerock X70. So this is a step up of the Hugerock X7 because it has a bigger battery. It has like 10,000 milliampere hours instead of 7,000. It has the same screen brightness of 2600 nits, but it's much heavier than the X7. So it weighs about 850 gram, and this is quite heavy, I think, for some tablet. Compared to the Carpe Iter, it's 660, so it's like 200 grams more that you have to carry on some very high spot on your bike. So this was also some reason why I would not like to buy that one. It has a screen size of 7-inch and the same resolution as the X7, so it's 1920 times 1080. And one advantage over the Hugerock X7 is as well that you can charge it directly with 12 volt, and so that you don't need any converter in between. So you can just directly put it on your battery and it will run. But there's also some option to charge it with USB 3, and the price of it is 700 euro. And it has also some physical buttons, and you can attach some optional antenna on it, so that's quite nice. But you have the same downsize, so it will not work with the WPA3 network security, and therefore it's completely uninteresting for me, at least. But I wanted just to show you some competitors to the Carpe Iter, and maybe it will help you out to find some tablet for you as well. But in total, so these have been my 5 tablets that I was checking on, and of course I will put those specs also down below inside my video description. So these are specs right now from October of 2024 up to now, and you can easily compare them, and maybe it will help you out to find a tablet as well. Okay, some other quite important points if you change over from some rugged smartphone device or any smartphone device to some tablet is, of course, how to attach it to your bike. I can only talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 right now, because here I just did some research because I needed to find a solution for me how to mount it on my bike and how to charge it. So let's start with the RAM mount. So if we start to talk about the holder, so of course there's RAM, and this RAM mount system, so it's some active holder, so it will charge your tablet via this USB pins down here, And you can choose if you want to keep this original skin of this Samsung, or you're going to change it to the one from RAM. And yeah, you just plug it in, it starts charging, and it's yeah, quite well secured inside. The biggest downside of this holder is that it is not waterproof. So if you check out right now these pictures, so you have this box on the bottom, and if it starts to pouring down, yeah, there's water getting inside this small box. And this box is not like sealed, so it has not an IP rating. And if you're considered to buy this RAM holder, you should also consider to mount it maybe just like reverse, to put this box on yeah, the top, or just to fill it with some resin, so that the electrical circuits inside will not get any contact with water, because then it will just stop charging. And yeah, if you have a bad day and it will rain like the complete day, you are lost, and you cannot charge your tablet, and yeah, you will lose the capability of navigate to your target, and that's the biggest downside for me. So it's not waterproof, and the price, I think, is 130 or 140 euro. So it's even nearly the same price as this tablet, so this was quite expensive. So I didn't go for this option, but I just wanted to mention it here. So another brand which is going to supply holders for the Samsung Galaxy Active Tab 3 is Brodit, and they have an active one, so it's going to charge with the pogo pins, of course, and they're going to have some passive one where you have to put in your USB-C cable, yeah, by yourself. And I thought this solution would be quite nice, but I checked for the price, and yeah, I didn't want to spend that much for some holder. So maybe later on I will go for this Brodit option. But in the end, I just chose some other option, and yeah, this is the one which I would like to talk about right now. And of course, it's the Holder 2.0 F. F stands for fully adjustable, from Holder for bikers. So I'm running this holder right now for like 3 or 4 years, I think, already, and I'm quite happy with it. So I never lost my phone with this holder, so it never slipped out in any way, in any situation. So there were really some harsh situations, and it kept inside here, so it was not an issue. And the only thing that yeah, that I know about right now is that the size of the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 will not fit inside here. But I had this holder, and I checked on their homepage, and they have some kit to yeah, rework this one to fit your Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 inside. And this is this kit over here. So I think it was like 20 euros. So it has some reinforced arms, and yeah, right now I'm going to start to disassemble my holder here, and will fix those new arms on it. I will adjust it and later on see if it works out fine. But yeah, this was the option for me to go, because it was the most cheapest option again. I had this holder, I had only to buy these ones here, and right now I'm going to install it. So here it is. Yeah, I attached the new arms on the left and right side, and of course on the top and bottom. I had to remove those O-rings here, and therefore I needed to yeah, glue in some additional foam mats to make it a bit more resistant, vibration resistant. So these came with those link arms, and up to now looks pretty fine. I already adjusted it, and yeah, right now I will try to put my tablet inside, and it will get in here. So, and if you take a look on the back side, you need to press on the left and right side a bit, so until these bolts on both sides, on the top and on the bottom, will snap in place. So you just saw, and the tablet is fixed inside the holder. So up to now, pretty convenient that this will last for a long time, and so there's no movement inside, and really, like, this looks pretty sturdy, and and right now I want to yeah, connect it to my bike. But before that, I have to think about some solution to charge it, and of course this is a passive holder, as I told you, and so therefore I need to use this USB-C plug on the side. I'm still waiting for some waterproof USB-C cable from Quadlock, and this is about like 10 euro, I guess, and I will link it also in the description below. So this has additional sealing, and if you put it inside the USB-C charging port, so this will be waterproof. But it's a USB-C cable, of course. You need to connect it somewhere to your bike, and therefore I bought those converter, and this is like only yeah, a 12 volt to 5 volt converter. You need to connect it here on this side to 12 volt, of course, and on the other side you will have the normal USB, I think it's A output, and this one has an output of 5 volt 3 ampere, so you can yeah, charge your tablet at least with 15 watt. And this I would like to install, I think, on the outside of the tower, so that it's not getting too hot inside the tower. Then route those cables inside the tower, this cable as well, plug the charging cable inside and route it again back to the outside, and then to this charging port. So yeah, let's have a look on the bike. Okay, so I changed my mind, and I will put this one inside the tower, because in the beginning I thought I would put it here with some power strap, and yeah, route the cable through this port. I don't know if you can see it inside, but it's yeah, there are so many cables inside, and it's pretty hard to get those in and out again. So yeah, I will put it into the tower. So my idea is to put some power strap behind this converter, put it here in yeah, in the tower on the side, and then route those both wires, of course, to the ACC2, which yeah, will power supply this converter if you turn the key of your ignition. And yeah, I guess this should work out fine. So let's try to glue it here inside. Okay, so I just connected the converter here to the ACC2. Yeah, as I told you, it's the ignition power supply, and ACC1 is a permanent power supply. I put it over here, and I put some power strap behind, and later on I will glue it inside here. And if I right now turn on the ignition, so my tablet needs to start charging, and it does. Okay, so if I go to, for example, drive mode dashboard, and we go here, so I want to know with which current it's loading. So it's like 680. So it's charging right now with 680 milliamps, and yeah, right now I need to check how hot this will get, and if it's getting too hot, I need to put it outside on the tower somewhere else. So I really need to put it here or there. Yeah, but I will leave it running for like 15 minutes. I will check how hot it is, and will make my decision then. But up to now, everything is working fine. So it's another day, and I got a bit sick, as you may recognize on my voice. Anyway, so I received this quad-lock waterproof USB-C charging cable, and I just wanted to compare it to the casual USB charging cable. And as you see on this one, you have some additional sealing lips, let's call it, around this USB-C plug. So I think normally you need some casing which will perfectly fit to this sealing, so that you can push the sealing directly inside, and that this both C-lips here will really seal the port from incoming water. If you compare it, of course, to the normal USB-C charging cable, it looks a bit different, so it does not have any sealing lips around it. But unfortunately, I recognized that if you put this cable here inside the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active, that these sealing lips will not seal anything at all. So maybe they will hold back some water. So for example, if you mount it like this and you got some raindrops on here, so and they want to get into this USB port, they will be held back by these sealing lips. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I will use this cable because it's angled, and I think even if the sealing lips won't work with the port for like 100%, it's still better than using this normal USB-C plug. And I just want to mention that don't get fooled by my comment that this is waterproof. It is if you use the right socket, but it's not if you are going to use anything else. So let's install everything and finish the setup. So everything is connected back together again. So over there you can see, of course, the charger. So I plugged my charging cable in, I secured it with wire straps, of course, and I needed to do some cutout here because down here there was too much going on, and I couldn't get this USB-A cable through it, and that's the reason why I hot glued it here to protect it as good as possible against dust and maybe some water if I power wash my bike. And right now I will put everything inside here somehow, assemble this lid again, and I'm done. So I just finished my setup and installation, and let me have a seat. So as you see immediately, I put it in the vertical position. So I got two reasons for that. So the first one is if I'm going to plug in this cable here, so the USB port is better protected against water and rain. If I'm unlucky and I'm having to ride through the rain, and the thing is, so if I put it in a horizontal position and the plug will be on the right side of the tablet, so I was scared that the cable will fetch some branches, and then it will maybe rip off and destroy my USB-C port. So that's the reason why I put it like horizontal one, and to be as good as possible protected by the windscreen against anything what I'm riding through. You can of course unlock the tablet here, and then you can directly start DMD dashboard with this hot button on the right side. So this is my dashboard here. So I have my compass, I have my trips, and my speed down here. So of course you can change over to the map as well. You can navigate with those buttons, left and right, up and down on the map. And if you like to, you can zoom out and zoom in, of course, and go back to your original position. You got some roadblock option here, but I'm going to use Terra Pirata, and just for example, I'm going to upload some roadbook. So yes, understood. And I got some nice roadbook here, which I can also control, of course, with my control buttons on the left side. I can set the trip up and down and move my roadbook, so this is perfect for me. So I guess one thing I forgot to mention is I also bought some additional cover here for the USB-C plug. So in case that you're not going to run this tablet, you can put on this cap to protect it against water and dust and whatever will be there on your way. And you can just put it here and then you're going to plug it in, of course, in the charging port. And if you're going to start the ignition, so it's going to charge. And I'm quite excited to have a test ride. I'm also quite excited to know about how long this USB-C port will last in off-road condition, because I heard about that due to vibrations these ports will be destroyed very easily. Okay, we need to figure out and need to make our own experiences. And anyway, so if this port is going to get broken someday, so I will use this pogo pins on the left side. And this pogo pins, for this pogo pins you need some special holder again. But up to now I'm fine with the installation and with this holder from Holder for Bikers. Looks perfect to me, and I'm quite happy with the setup right now. Yeah, so anyway, I will do a test run, but not today, maybe tomorrow or the day after. And maybe I could give you some idea about tablets and which one are on the market. And yeah, maybe you find a decision also to switch over from a rugged device, a rugged smartphone device to a tablet. And if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.